Thanks for joining us for this all-level flow. One of my students was recovering from COVID. Thankfully, it was a mild case and she's feeling much better. But in this practice, we emphasize opening up the latissimus dorsi, the muscle of the back that often can get tight and achy when you're recovering from illness. So wishing you so much health and healing today, and enjoy your practice. Breathe in again into the belly, ribs, and chest. Slowly exhale, releasing tension in the jaw and the shoulders. One more inhale, all the way to the top, and hold the breath. So retaining the breath as you apply root lock mula bandha, pelvic muscles pulling in and up, sending your internal gaze to the center of the forehead. Slowly release the air out. Allow the breath to come naturally now. And we'll just bring the palms right into the heart. Beginning our practice with a simple sound of Om. And don't worry, no one can hear you. It's just about the sound of the vibration of your voice from the inside. So exhale the breath, slow inhale. Beautiful. Open the eyes. Reach the hands up. Inhale. Exhale, growing even taller as the hands float down by the sides. Again, reaching up with that in-breath. Exhale, bend the elbows, fingers wide, and look up. Again, inhale. Adding on a couple lion's breaths. Tongue out, eyes wide, and look up. Again, inhale. Wonderful opportunity to stretch the face. Good, and one more. Energizing with the breath. Beautiful, inhale up. Cross your right hand over the left leg and spin. Use the exhale to turn a little further. And come back to center, reach up, inhale. And second side, twist. Come back to center. Roll the shoulders. We're just going to smooth out any tension that may have gathered onto the shoulders, this tight place, and into the neck. So take a moment to open your chest, and then simply tilt your right ear towards the right shoulder. We'll add on that little bit more if the body is ready for it. So check in with your body. If it wants a little more of a stretch, right palm comes up, drapes over the top ear, and then left palm presses away. And as you close the eyes, we're going to focus on the superpower of the exhale. The exhale helps us to make space for new energy, helps us to drop in to the moment and to allow the muscles to release into that deeper level. So one more inhale, and with the exhale, soften further into the stretch. Release your hand to the other ear, help your heavy head back upright, and we're just going to look side to side gently, allowing that release. Beautiful. And then take your shoulders up to the ears and down the back, open the chest. Other side, left ear, left shoulder. Adding on if the body is ready. Palm comes up, right palm is pressing. You're really opening through the right side of the chest. As you close the eyes, allow that stream of breath. And with each following exhale, you move even further into that internal balance and focus. Into that unshakable part of you. One more inhale. With the exhale, softening the side of the neck. Slowly take your hand to the other ear. Help your head to float. Beautiful. Look side to side easily. Take a couple shoulder rolls. And before we come into our tabletop, let's just gather up any remaining stress or tension, squeeze, and then let it go. Maybe a couple more for good measure. Let it drop. And with a breath, last one. Let the shoulders drop down. Beautiful. Come on to your tabletop, and we're going to move into our bear pose. So you can just start with a nice neutral spine, and then we'll tuck our toes under. We're just going to hover the knees from the ground. And as you sink the belly inward, we can feel that connection, the belly really pulling in towards the spine. Listen for the sound of your breath as you breathe slowly through the nose, in and out. Just one more breath. Beautiful. And now this cat-cow will feel extra relaxing. Open the chest, melt into it. Exhale, chin towards chest. And at your own pace, find about 5 more rounds. Movement with breath. Feeling free to shift the hips forward, back, or side to side. Also feeling free to move the head in a way that helps the neck relax. And for the sake of just bringing in some extra space into the mid part of that spine and the ribs, let's circle the ribs. So you're going to just draw them over to the right, down to the floor, over to the left, and up towards the sky. See if the head can just follow the movement. See if the arms can grow long. Let's switch directions, circling, creating some more space. Beautiful. All right, and then we're going to shift the hips back into a child's pose, but walk your hands over to the left. And your sit bones might naturally move towards the ground on that right side. Nice deep breath. And if you feel like increasing this stretch a little bit, you're going to walk your fingertips a little further away from you so that you feel a really nice active stretch in your arms. Slowly come back to center. Walk your hands over to the other side and allow your hips to sink to the opposite side. How expansive can your breath be? Can you channel that breath into a new place of tightness in the body? Crawl your fingertips even further away from you, just a little further, and then breathe one more into this wonderful stretch. Beautiful. Release through tabletop and come into downward dog. Let's take some time here pedaling the feet out. Good. In fact, let's bend one knee. So bend the left knee, push into your palm so that your right hip moves back and over to the right a little bit. And then allow your right heel to sink even further towards the floor. Take a little time for that Achilles. And then switch sides. Bend the right knee a lot. Push into your palms and start to shift. Even shift your belly towards that left thigh. One more slow breath as you slowly release the right heel further towards the ground. Beautiful. Walk your feet forward. Little baby steps to the top. And we'll hang here, making the most of this relaxation before we get moving. So let your head and your neck completely let go. Can your sit bones angle towards the ceiling? Can your knees bend more? And as you shift your weight a little bit side to side on your feet, can you explore a different place in your foot to shift the weight to? One more inhale. Exhale and release. Hands down, heel toe your feet right under the hips. Uncurl slowly. The head will be last to come up. Arriving to stand. Reach the palms up. Bring it into your heart. Thank your body for showing up today. Beautiful. And let's lift to the sky. On that next inhale, exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift as you breathe in, and right foot back, breathing out. Bend the front knee as you look forward. Left foot back, downward dog. Inhale, plank pose, navel drawing inward. Exhale to the belly, all the way down. Now we're going to take our hands out about a foot. And then move your elbows forward, fingertips on the ground. Baby cobra with the upper body. Exhale, release down. Two more. Come up. The arms like a spider. Look over your right shoulder. Release down. Come up again. Look over the other shoulder. And release. Shift back through child's pose. We'll meet together in down dog. And then left foot forward on your next breath. Right foot forward, forward fold. Palms to shins, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, uncurl slowly. Allow the head to be last. Palms reach on the inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. To the sky with the in-breath. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Palms to shins. And release. Beautiful. Left foot back, breathe in. Right foot back, breathe out. Inhale, plank pose, a little different here. We're just going to shift to the knife edge of your right foot. You have the option to stay with both hands down. Otherwise, take the left hand up. Downward dog. And inhale, plank. Shift to the knife edge of the left foot. And take the right hand up. Back to down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, plank, and to the belly. Beautiful. All right, so we'll find that baby cobra. Open the chest. Release back down. Two more. Baby cobra. Look over the right shoulder, but keep your left hip anchored down. Release. One more. Coming up and look over the other shoulder. Beautiful. Shift through tabletop into child's pose. And down dog. Left foot forward on your next breath. Right foot forward, forward fold. Palms to shins, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, uncurl slowly. Reaching up. And palms into the heart. Good, so we're gonna take our hands to the low back and just a little further lower to the sacrum. Reach the torso upward, push the palms into the sacrum, and then feel your elbows start to melt towards each other behind you. And we'll just find a nice slow breath. Imagine your torso is lengthening here, and the low back is lengthening as well. Come back upright, slide your hands down, backs of the legs, washing off any tension, and palms to shins. Inhale, exhale, release. We'll step back into our vinyasa. And this is part of that practice where you can do your own, whatever feels right for you, maybe a child's pose, or chaturanga to up dog. Good, we're gonna meet in down dog. Okay, right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, let's stack the right hip over the left, circle the top ankle. Circle the right knee. Bring it all the way in and then up to the sky. Beautiful. Bring the foot forward and let's find our low lunge. Arms float. We'll take our right hand, holding to the left wrist as we grow length. And we might even add on little C curve of your spine towards the front foot. Spin the right armpit forward. Find that very slow breath. And release. Hands come down. Shift your hips back. Heart forward with the inhale. Exhale to fold. And we have the option. You can add on. Just bring that right palm to the sole of that right foot. Bend that right elbow a little bit. Imagine the right hip drawing back. Push down into that back foot. And slowly release. Rebend, front knee. Arms float. Inhale. That's nice. And hands down to mat. Tuck your back toes. Step back into vinyasa. Movement with breath. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee and stack the hip. Circle the ankle, the top ankle. And circle the knee, carving space. Beautiful. Bringing the foot forward between your hands, melt the back knee. Arms float. Left hand to right wrist, growing the fingertips. Little C curve of the spine as you lengthen through the psoas here. We're going to spin the left armpit forward. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. And release. Hands come down. Shift the hips back. Heart forward, inhale, exhale, releasing, and we can bring that left palm now to the sole left foot. Bend that left elbow if you can. And where can the breath soften into the body? What is possible to relax a little more? Check in with the jaw, forehead. Beautiful. Release. Rebend the front knee. Arms float. Inhale. Exhale to the mat, and we'll step back. Vinyasa or a child's pose. And we're going to meet in down dog. Okay, we're going to shorten our distance of down dog. Walk the feet in just a couple inches further towards the hands. Push into your left palm, thread your right hand through. See if you can hold on to that lower outer left leg. You're going to look under the left arm. Push into that left palm and draw your left hip back. Good. Switch sides. Right palm pushes down firmly. And then we thread that left hand under. And as you push into that right palm, can the right hip move back as you open into the latissimus dorsi, that very big muscle along the back. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Come into your normal downward dog and vinyasa. Okay, we're going to meet in our child's pose. So, for this one, let's just bend our elbows, bring your hands to your upper back. You're going to find 5 rounds of breath here, and your only job is just to relax into the pose. The moment that we're able to rest in the moment, we bring that internal balance back. We come back to ourselves and into our source of power and inner strength. Slowly release. Move through tabletop and into down dog. We're going to meet together with the right leg to the sky. Okay, let's bring the knee to the right elbow, shifting forward, and then reaching up to the sky. Bring the knee outside, the left elbow, shift forward. Good, back to the sky. This time you're just gonna step it forward and come up to high lunge. Take your right hand to the right hip. Grow your left fingertips even higher. And maybe you C-curve your torso towards that front foot a little bit. One more breath, lengthening through the back heel to the left fingertips. Good, release. Hands come down into pyramid pose. Back foot a little bit in and heel lowers down. Blocks can be a nice addition if you want. But let's just flex our front toes towards the face here. And then we're going to melt that foot back down to the mat. And nose towards the shin. We'll start to add on a little bit of movement in a moment, but first, just connect your feet down, connect to that breath. Move into that internal balance and power. Good, so we're gonna bend the front knee, and then you're gonna lift the back heel a little bit. We'll create a seesaw here. Then lower that back foot down and float the front toes up towards you. Shift your hips back and look forward. And again, shift forward, release your head. Let that left heel melt towards the left sit bone. And again, seesaw back, shift your hips back, lower that back heel. Just a couple more. I'm playing with the shifting of weight. Notice how that opens up these different places in the hamstring, activating the ankles. Good. We're going to meet together in our folding on that front foot, and you're going to bring your hands like a tripod in front of that foot. Start to thread your left toes to the sky, and here we are in your standing splits. So feel free to stay. Your hands could be on blocks if you want, or on the floor. Your right knee could be bent if that feels better. For those of you that want to add on just a little more of a challenge, sweep your right palm to your right calf. If you still want more of a challenge, take your left palm, bring it to your right calf. High lunge, release. Nicely done. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground and step back. Vinyasa or child's pose. This is your practice. In fact, we're going to meet together in a child's pose variation. The help of our blocks is going to open the shoulders. Bring them on their mid-length, pointed tip away from you, hands on blocks to set up. Then bring your elbows down. See if the palms can come together. Walk your knees back a little bit to thread through. Maybe the hands can move towards your upper back. How deep and full can the breath be here? Beautiful. Shifting forward a little bit. Let's bring the knees in closer so that you can release with some control. Blocks to the side. And downward dog. We'll meet together. Left leg to sky. On your exhale, knee outside right elbow, shift forward. Inhale back. Exhale, knee outside left elbow, shifting. Inhale back. Good, bring it forward, high lunge. Left hand to left hip, but right fingertips draw even higher up. And then we might turn the torso towards that front foot, stretching your right fingertips over to the left. Feel that right heel move away from your right fingertips. One more breath. Beautiful. Release. Hands come down. Pyramid pose. With or without the blocks. Good. We're going to take a moment to move those toes towards your shin. Heart reaches forward. And with the exhale, just allow that foot to melt back down, nose towards the shin. And just deepening your experience here into the pose by steering your mind into the breath. Beautiful. Let's add on that seesaw motion. So we're going to bend the front knee. We're going to lift the back heel, relax the head. And then simply lower that back heel down and shift your hips back. Flex the toes. And take a few more. Forward and back. There's no right or wrong. Just opening up even more into that hamstring. Beautiful. So we're going to meet together. Step onto that front foot. You can bend your front knee. We'll move that right heel towards the right sit bone. Walk your hands or blocks forward so that your hands and that left foot create a tripod. Thread your right toes to the sky. Standing split. Option, you could add on by taking your left hand behind the shin, moving your nose further towards that shin. Maybe you also add the right hand just to play with what is possible. Really challenging that ankle to support. Beautiful. Let's release to high lunge when you're ready. And then the hands come down with the breath. We'll step back. Vinyasa. We're going to meet in a wide knee child's pose. So feel free to find some stillness here in this wide knee child's pose, or to add on that little shift. So shifting your hips slightly to the right. It's going to create a nice stretch for the left inner thigh. You can bring your forearms closer in towards you if it helps you to create that stretch. And then shift sides if you're taking this option. Good. And then we'll release through tabletop into down dog, right leg to sky. Good. Bring it forward. Warrior two. Good. And then we're just going to take our right arm over the left. Just cross your arms and bend the elbows. As you reaffirm that front knee, allow the elbows to grow towards the chin and the forearms away from your face. One more inhale, exhale, release, float your arms, and reverse back. Beautiful. Release through Trikonasana, triangle pose. You can shift that back foot a little bit in. Reach and float. As you seal down into the feet, is it possible to open your chest towards the sky? And if you really push down into that back heel, you may be able to find that wonderful stretch around the left hip. Feel the left hip move towards that left heel. Beautiful. Release. Warrior two. Flip the front palm again. Release back. Okay. And then we'll come into side angle. And we're really just going to push down into this front foot. Allow it to support you. And then feel that line of energy from your left fingertips all the way through that left side of your body. Can you open the chest even here? One more breath. Beautiful. Release your left hand down to the mat. Lift the back heel. Thread your right hand up. There's nowhere else to be but right here in your body. So can you deepen into it with your approach, with your breath? Beautiful. Release the right hand down. We'll release the back knee down. We're just going to heel toe our front foot to the right and come into lizard for a moment for the hips. You can bring your forearms down to a block or the floor, or you can just keep your arms nice and long. And for the beginning stage of this hip opener, let's draw the right knee towards the right shoulder. And feel the right hip move back slightly. And relax the head if it wants to. Beautiful. Come onto your hands. Let's turn the right toes slightly out. And we're going to bring that right palm inside of the knee. Gently push it away from you as you look over the right shoulder. Good. Let's add on into the quad. So you're going to just reach that right hand up to the sky and then back. If it's within the reach, hold on to that back foot, then the back knee, and see if you can hold on. If it's not within the reach, you could try using a strap or just open the chest and turn it into a gentle twist. Allow the right knee to move away from your chest. And send 3 rounds of breath, focusing on that superpower of the exhale. Nowhere else to be but right here in the body. Beautiful. And release. Wonderful. Come into downward dog. A vinyasa of your choice. And when you're ready, we're going to meet in down dog. Left leg to the sky. Beautiful. Step it forward. Warrior 2. So we're going to take 3 rounds of breath here just to center the gaze, center the breath. Really nice. You're going to feel the ribs, again, moving towards the back side of your body. Navel draws in. Chest broadens open. Yes. Flip the front palm, release back. And we'll come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. I know we forgot something, but don't worry, I'll remember. Yes. Left side body growing long. Push down into the heels. And release, come through warrior 2. Okay, and now we're gonna take that left arm in front of the right, crossing like scissors. Bend the elbows, maybe palms touch. So as your forearms move forward, can your ribs move away from the forearms? Can the elbows inch upward as the front knee reaffirms this stance? One more breath. Beautiful, and release. Warrior 2. Flip the front palm, release back, stay here. Feeling the 4 corners of that front foot support. We'll use that support now as we come through warrior 2 into our side angle. Forearm, reaching. Back foot pressing down. And the strength of that front leg is supporting you so that you can lessen the weight on that left forearm. Just a little bit. Lessen the weight on the thigh. Great. Release the right hand down. Lift your back heel and thread your left hand up. So as you hug the thigh in towards your belly, can you grow the back leg even longer? Yes, really nice. One more breath. Beautiful. Release the left hand down, release the back knee down. Let's come into lizard pose. So you just make a little space by heel toeing that left foot to the left. Feel free to lower your forearms to a block. Good, we're melting the hips forward here and melting the tension in the neck. See if that left knee can magnetize in towards the left shoulder. Draw the left hip back slightly. Slowly bring your palms down. Let's turn those left toes to the left. And now we can shift to the knife edge of the foot, moving the left hand inside the knee and looking over that left shoulder. With each breath, we just soften into the layer of tension. And if possible, we're going to bend that back knee and reach back. See if you can hold on or just take that chest opener. If you're holding on, draw the foot in towards you. This hard-working muscle of the quad. It will probably have something to say. One more breath to soften into what is here. Beautiful. Okay, release. Come into down dog. Your choice of vinyasa or in child's pose. We're going to meet on the belly when you're ready. And I would love to do this, our wonderful chest opener, to help to also open the back. So I love this pose for many reasons. One is it helps with posture. Let's bring the arms out like the letter T. Right hand under your right shoulder, right knee bends, and then roll to your left hip. And your left arm is going to be nice and straight out from the shoulder. See if you can activate your right glute and point your right kneecap towards the ceiling or towards the back of your body. Lift the right heel. So this stretch also, so it'll open the chest, supporting the posture, but also it helps to move the stretch into that latissimus dorsi, that muscle which encompasses the back and sometimes gets sore when we are recovering from illness or just have a very active lifestyle. Okay, come back to center, and let's take our second side. Arms out, left hand under, and left knee bends, and put the foot down behind you. You can always bring a block under your ear, your right ear, if you need a little more support for the neck. And once the chest starts to open, then you will start to probably feel the stretch taking place more into the back. If you want to add on, activating by lifting that left heel and moving the left knee towards the back of you. You can even activate the left glute. Or feel free to push your left hand more into the ground. One more breath. All right, release the pose, come onto your belly. Just take a moment to, again, stack your hands for your forehead and bend your knees. Then a little sway side to side. Okay, and then a little different today. We're just gonna bring ourselves into the forearms and we're gonna bend the left knee to the left side, but see if your left ankle can come to the ground. The inside of the ankle is gonna be all the way on the ground. From there, you're gonna bring your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up into a modified up dog. Start to look over the left shoulder as you keep that right hip anchored down. And relax. And we're going to straighten that left leg now and bend the right knee to the right side. See if the inner right heel can be flush with the ground. Forearms to the ground could be a nice more mild addition for this one, or to take it further, hands under the shoulders, push yourself up and look over that right shoulder. Release, straighten the right leg. Dhanurasana, we'll come up into our back bend now. Bending knees, reaching back, holding on. Feel free to just go really nice and gently. See if you can stay with the breath, even if it's a really shallow breath. Stay with it. One more inhale, expanding. Exhale, release, and come onto your back. Wonderfully done. We'll use a block today for our bridge. Since some of us are recovering from being sick, we're going to do a supported bridge. So, bring it under your sacrum. You can do a high level, mid-level, low level. Depending on how much you want to give those hip flexors. Make sure it's right under your sacrum and not just under the low back. Should feel really good. All right, so we're going to just close the eyes when you get there. And begin to add that breath that we started with. So feeling the belly soften on the inhale. And with the exhale, just allowing your body to receive the support of the ground, the block. Inhale again. See if the exhale can be twice as long as the inhale. Last round, breathing in perhaps 3 counts and breathing out for 6 counts. Begin to push down into your feet. Float your hips up. Move your block out of the way. We'll stay here for a moment. And on your next exhale, Slowly release your spine. We'll come all the way down. Wonderful. Draw your right knee in. Circle the knee a couple times and then move into your spinal twist. Good. Left leg grows long. Right knee crosses. Take a couple breaths here. See if we can really use that exhale to bring in more flexibility into the spine, to release that tension that might be holding there in the back. For more of a stretch, use your left palm and push into the right thigh. Good. We're going to add on here just by bending the other knee and sweeping your right hand to meet that foot, if you can. Hold on if you can. And as you draw the left heel in towards the left sit bone, continue this twist and look over your right shoulder. Unravel, come onto your back. And we are going to just cross now our left ankle over the right thigh and thread through. Figure 4. Winding down our session today. So glad you're able to drop in. Starting this new year with some healthy habits is a great way to just create that momentum to carry you forward. All right, let's draw the left knee in and a couple circles. Use the strength of your arms. And into our spinal twist, second side. One more breath here. See what's possible. Can you move further into this rotation? Softening into it. Good. And then snow angel your left hand down towards the right foot. Bend the right knee. If it's possible to reach for that right foot, draw it in towards the right sit bone. Look over the left shoulder. And we'll release. Unravel the legs. Come onto your back. Cross the right ankle over. Just creating this container so that you can relax into it. And it is nice to visit, these poses that you've done many times before, so that the mind doesn't actually have to think about it as much. We can just drop even deeper into the awareness of the breath, growing that inner balance and strength. Release, uncross your legs, and we're going to bring our knees in. Thread your arms through your legs so that the knees move towards the shoulders. We're going to hold the inner ankles, and you're going to start to push your arms into the legs a little bit and add a sway side to side. This is just to bring a massage to the outer hip. All right, and then go ahead and find happy baby. Extend the soles of feet upward. Feel free to continue that swaying side to side motion. And check in with your body. Here at the end of our session, is there anything else, any other pose that would feel balancing to you, that would bring even more space? Feel free to go into that next pose now, and you can meet us when you're ready in Shavasana. Take about 5 breaths or so, either in Shavasana or a pose of your choice. And we'll end together with our singing bowl relaxation. And you'll have the option to stay as long as you'd like in this relaxation. Once you find your resting place on the back, exhale the breath to start. Take a slow inhale and fill up to the top. Hold the breath there. Imagine this healing energy taking place, streaming through your body, renewing every aspect of yourself. Open the mouth, relax the breath, relax the body. Shavasana. So rest here as long as you would like. When you do wake up from this pose, do so with care. First start with the breath and then slowly wake up the body. Bring this sense of inner peace and balance into the rest of your day. Namaste.